I've just seen what's coming up next. Band Candy. I think this episode's great. It's throwing different pairings together that you don't see normally, like, interact loads, and it just always gives you that cringy thing of when your parents start to act a bit young and you remember that there was a time before they were your parents. This episode, the school have to sell band candy. Turns out their friendly neighbourhood Ethan Rain has cursed or done something to the candy to make all the adults turn to teenagers again, which leaves Joyce and Giles teenagers, and Buffy has to be the responsible parent figure and save the day as well. I honestly think it's one of those, it has that fun like storyline and Monster of the Week to it, but it's about the characters. So the difference between like season 2 Monster of the Week, it was just very Monster of the Week driven, whereas season 3 we've got Homecoming it's like a Monster of the Week episode, but it's about Buffy and the gang going to a homecoming. This one is obviously they're selling candy, but it's more about what happens to the characters than the actual Monster of the Week. I think the Monster of the Week I think the mayor's being introduced and he has to give like a tribute to a monster in a sewer, and it has to be babies, and the only way they'd get away with that is if all the adults were distracted. I'm quite impressed. I think it is that, but that's not the thing you really think about when you think of this episode. The bit you think about is Joyce and Giles flirting and Giles going a bit of his rebellion side, which they've hinted to in other episodes. I think it might go Great Teller. See, all these are quite like story arc driven, so this is kind of like the first Monster of the Week episode that I'm actually going to put at the bottom, but in Great Teller, just because it's a fun one to always watch.